Hey everybody, you're watching Geek This Week. Today I'm back again with
Daniel.
And of course I'm Talon. And today we're bringing you all the geeky news on Airpods Pro,
The Last of Us 2,
and the Air Force's secret space plane. All on Geek This Week. This week in gaming, if you felt like you weren't getting enough out of Fallout 76, well now you can pay for it. Despite what you or I might think of Bethesda's execution on the game, Fallout First is out. With the premium subscription, you do get access to private worlds and unlimited storage for crafting components, and of course, exclusive icons and emotes. You also get a monthly supply of atoms to use in the Atomic Shop, and you can get an exclusive Ranger armor outfit as well as a survival tent. Of course, on launch, there are a whole bunch of issues, as is usual for Bethesda, but I imagine that there will be continued support, much like how they've mostly fixed the base game, and added a whole bunch of content. Now, a monthly subscription isn't really that odd of an idea, but since they have a solid player base established, it kind of just feels like they're trying to monetize those players. And, like, private worlds is something that players have wanted since launch, and now it's going to be locked behind a paywall. And that paywall is expensive. $13 a month or $100 a year? It's hard for us to say that this is something that's exciting and encouraging to pick up more players to join the Fallout 76 family.
The Last of Us 2 is going to be delayed until May. This might be sad, but it's likely a good thing. Here at the Geekwave, prefer developers to take their time with games, make them as polished as possible before launch. We also encourage that time be extended so that developers don't have an absurd crunch times too. Neil Druckmann came out with a long statement saying exactly that, and though only a few weeks ago, the February release was scheduled and the press given 2 hours of gameplay. Druckmann made it clear that Naughty Dog expects a certain level of polish that simply couldn't be accomplished in time. And though they are disappointed with the delay, the size and scope of the game got the better of them. So we forgive you, Naughty Dog. Your games are masterpieces, and we encourage you to continue with that trend. This week in movies, the writer of Game of Thrones HBO series apparently have a little too much on their plate. David Benioff and D.B. Weiss have to step down from their part in the next Star Wars movie trilogy that was planned to be released in 2022. The deal with Disney to write the next trilogy was put together way back in February. But then in August, the duo signed a 9-figure deal with Netflix as well. Benioff and Weiss might love what George Lucas created in Star Wars, but because they ended up with too full a schedule, they decided that nixing Star Wars was the right decision. Of course, Disney has a slew of creators and writers just waiting for the next chance to write a new trilogy with Kevin Feige, Rian Johnson, and of course, J.J. Abrams. Along with The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and the upcoming Ian McGregor Obi-Wan Kenobi series, we don't think we will feel short-handed on Star Wars content.
Got fine addition to my collection.
This week in technology, the new Airpods Pro look and sound dope, but you certainly end up paying for it. The new Airpods are noise canceling. They launched just yesterday, October 30th, and cost $250, and you can only get them in white, but damn, their specs are sick. Getting good noise canceling in a pair of headphones this small is usually pretty difficult, and you pay for it. But these pair are going to be using the noise cancellation similar to that of the Beats Solo Pro headphones, just, well, way smaller. Apparently these AirPods will also feature something called Adaptive EQ, which is supposed to automatically tune the music to the shape of your ear. What? How do you do that? What does that even mean? We'll also be getting flexible ear tips so that they'll sit more securely, and of course more comfortably, in your ear, and will of course feature the wireless charging similar to the AirPods 2nd generation. The headphones themselves only get around 4.5 hours of battery, but the case can store an additional 24 hours. Being sweat and water resistant means we'll likely be seeing AirPods in the gym now. All in all, these headphones seem just outstanding. But before I'm willing to drop $250 on them, I do want to see how they're going to hold up. This week in science. After more than 2 years in orbit, the Air Force's secret space plane has landed. The record-breaking 780-day trip, the unmanned X-37B, has returned home. The Air Force's 45th Space Wing Commander, Brigadier General Doug Scheiss, has said that his team has been prepping for the event, and he's extremely proud of the safe landing and all the work that has gone into this experiment. Of course, given that this is a military operation, the true specs of the plane are being kept under wraps, but we do know a few details about the flight. One experiment was to test the experimental electronics and oscillating heat pipe technologies in long durations of space. The Air Force is said to have 2 of these 29-foot reusable spaceplanes, both of which have made several successful flights, and this most recent trip has tripled the expected endurance of this engineering marvel. Maybe when this becomes commercial, we'll film Geek This Week in Space! Well, that's all from Geek This Week. Aren't you going to a Guns N' Roses concert later today?
Yes, I am.
Dude, that's awesome. How would you like to listen to them on those new AirPods?
Dude, I'm really excited for those AirPods. I hope they're awesome. Like, in a concert, like, if they are waterproof, I can do whatever I want in my day. And
right?
People will listen to that. So that's going to be super
You going to be one of the
exciting.
people at the gym with your AirPods in?
Yeah, because I'm clearly the gym type. But besides that, yes.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, that's all from us. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and we'll see you all next week.